what's in the box or what's in the crate. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now running wild with the most underrated wrestling podcast in the world. WellsMania Podcast. If you couldn't tell, it's on my trucker hat, which you can get at brainbustertees.com. It's on my t-shirt, which you can get at brainbustertees.com. And for anybody, Bree, LA Night Girl, who might be experiencing a blizzard, you can get a WellsMania Podcast beanie. You guessed it, at brainbustertees.com. Cheap plug aside, this right here is the most underrated wrestling podcast in the world. I am your host, the Kyle Wells. You are running wild with WellsMania Podcast, episode 207, the WellsMania Podcast Chamber, where I have six, so five. I've got five special guests who will be joining me, and let's bring them up one by one. And first and foremost, he was the first person I announced. WWE Human Encyclopedia, Jared Giles. What's going on, brother? How are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Luckily we are past any blizzards or anything like that.
For now, bro. For now,
knock on wood. Now I gotta ask, just let's get the elephant out of the room. Normally when I'm on here, there's somebody in the screen above me.
Yes.
And I know you guys are about to do battle. Is he in like a fight camp? I know he's been getting some international training. I don't know what's going on, so maybe you can enlighten us. Is Stone Pain going to be on this episode?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because ladies and gentlemen, let's bring him up. Stone Pain Productions.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stone Pain Productions. I'm hitting his button. Where the hell is he? Well, you know what? Just like Stone Pain Productions, he's a no-show. He's not here, Jared. What does that tell you? Tells you everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do know he sent me some I was talking to him last week while he was outside of the country, and I know he was doing some sort of deep training. He's in a fight camp basically, so I guess he
might still be in Aruba.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe he couldn't break away, maybe there's a time difference. I don't know, but
I think he's scared. But you know who's not scared? You know who is here? The Tribal Jester. The Tribal Jester's here. You're not scared, are you?
Never been scared. It's not in my playbook. It's not in my bag of tricks. I tell you who is scared. It may be Stone Pain, scared of you not showing up. Kind of apropos, if you ask me. But also the fact that the 5-foot giant's not here.
Yeah,
that 5-foot sack of shit's not here, and he decided to no-show. And it's, guess what? Our calorie intake just dropped by 100 points.
Damn. My wife is in the room right now, and even she was like, "Oh, shots fired." Yeah, man.
Baby.
You and the 5-foot giant just started going back and forth at each other on Instagram. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
nowhere.
I didn't want to go too hard on him because I didn't want his heart to give out, and that's just the thing. I'm a man of the people. I was wanting to save it for entertainment purposes. He made up some excuse like something to do with work. Yeah, we all know that you're scared of the OTJ. You're not here, and I'm the true heavyweight of content creation. You're not.
At least Chris has a job. Peyton lives off his mommy and daddy. So I'm just saying, all right, enough. Let's get back on track here. Let me talk to you, LA Night Girl. Bree is in the chamber. How you doing, Bree?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Well, as you can tell, we are off to a hot start here. There's a lot of rivalries. There's a lot of animosity. There's a lot of tension running wild. Which, you know what? I think I should eventually put together a WellsMania card where we get content creators going one-on-one with each other in the ring. Bree, is there anybody out there who you would like to go one-on-one with?
You know what? Yeah. Do you guys know Van Vliet?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's been bashing LA Knight a lot recently, and I would like to get a word or two in.
Bree, if you need a manager or maybe the very least a kind of a tag team partner, I'd be on par with that.
Hell yeah, let's get it done.
LA Night Girl
nothing would make
Van
me
Michaels.
better than just a clothesline Van Vliet. Sorry, go on.
Clothesline him JBL style and take that mustache right off his face.
Yeah, let him know.
there is one last participant who has qualified for the WellsMania Pod Chamber. And I think this man doesn't really need much of an introduction because once you see him, we all do the pose. What's going on, Brock Lesnar guy?
What is going on, Kyle? It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you. Good to see you. And I'm going to get right to it. I'm not going to waste any more time. You, my friend, have been posting so many videos teasing the inevitable, possible Michael Jordan wearing the 45 return to your home city of Chicago at the United Center, the house that Michael Jordan built. Everybody wants to know, are you going to Elimination Chamber this weekend? Look at that, right from the jump.
Journalism.
Actually, give me 1 second here, actually.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Is he getting what I think he's getting?
Is he getting the shirt?
Is he getting the shirt?
Wait, no, hold on.
Is he getting the shirt?
Hold on. Impromptu. Oh, I found my shirt and I found my chair.
Yes, it was outside the United Center, and we want to know how it got there. Who put it there?
So there is an explanation that I'm going to eventually reveal. But all I can really say right now is so my birthday is actually Sunday. So I'm actually going to be turning 41, but this weekend I might be feeling 45. So you can
I like that. And it is official. I am the second. This doesn't happen very often. I'm the second youngest person on this episode of WellsMania Podcast. We already established in Gorilla that now we are all old enough to be Bree's dad.
Yeah,
True.
it's true.
Yeah, we're old. We are
Sorry,
old,
guys.
fellas. But
Sorry, guys.
But Bree,
I'm still young.
I'm glad you're here because the demo, the demo is helping with you on this episode. Bunch of geriatrics over here, and then we got a 22-year-old who brings us down a little bit. So thank you for that.
Oh, thanks for having me.
I just appreciate all of you taking the time to run wild on this episode. When I was putting together the list of who I wanted on this episode, all of you came to my mind. That No Good Stone Pain Productions, I gave him an opportunity to come on this episode because I know Jared and Tribal Jester. I know you two are pretty familiar with what's going on between him and I. Bree and Mike, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention too much, but Peyton and I, we are friends. Well, kinda hanging on.
Frenemies.
We are frenemies now, and we were destined to be in the championship of the Snaps and Straps content creator tournament finals. He was on one side of the bracket and I was on the other, and our promos just absolutely obliterated everybody else that was in this tournament. So now it is Stone Pain Productions versus WellsMania, and we are going to have a legit wrestling match, and the winner of that match is going to get the Snaps and Straps content creator championship belt. That is actually a real physical championship belt. So I don't know when it's going to happen, but it is going to happen on Wrestle With This YouTube. So I would love for all of you.
Is that going to be the belt, the actual belt you're going to use behind you?
No, they have a custom made belt for the tournament.
Yeah, I was just showing that this there's a legit belt that's on the line that's actually like one of these spinners. I'll send it to you.
Is that the indie spinner?
This is right here.
Yes.
Is that Rumble or WrestlePalooza?
This is Rumble.
Okay.
Rumble right here. And actually Jared and Peyton, when he was my friend, and Matt's arch nemesis, the 5-foot giant, and Big Poppy JD Roach, they all chipped in and bought this as an early wedding present for me. So when Peyton liked me, now he hates me. So, but I got this signed by John Cena in Chicago last year when he did the video for my son, which still I can't believe, but I can believe because that's just how genuine of a dude John Cena is. John, we all miss you, bro. We love you. We miss you. And, it was Elimination Chamber last year where you turned heel. It's crazy how fast a year flies by.
Did I ever mention that John Cena turned heel on my 40th birthday?
Oh, wow.
Hell of a
That is-
gift.
Yeah, that is definitely one birthday present you will never forget. But happy early birthday, Mike. 40,
Thank you.
would you say 41?
41, but it may be a little bit higher this weekend.
41, but
45, I don't know.
feeling like 45. And we'll, for
Yeah.
everybody who's been blowing me up asking, you find out if Brock Lesnar guy's coming back to WWE shows. There you go. Hopefully that was the answer. Wink, wink, that you're looking for. So be on the lookout for Brock Lesnar guy. And also, LA Night Girl, you're going to be in Chicago this weekend.
Yeah, gotta go see my guy win the chamber and then meet him Sunday.
Yeah. How many
Yeah.
times
Right.
have you met LA Knight?
10. And then Sunday will be the 11th.
Wow.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's great.
that's incredible. And there was somebody, first of all, I don't know why you're one of the sweetest, nicest people living and breathing on this planet. So the fact that you do have haters out there, it just blows my mind. I've been defending you ever since I announced that you were going to be running wild on this episode. I've been defending you left and right from a lot of jabronis who are like, oh, who's LA Night Girl? Who cares who LA Night Girl is? Wasn't she Roman Reigns' girl at one time? It doesn't matter. She's the LA Night Girl, okay?
Hey,
she's met LA Night 10
all of us now.
times.
She's got all of us now. I'm not like a white knight or anything. She's grown and she can defend herself. But I'm telling you what, I will come for you. Trust me.
Yeah, and Matt knows jujitsu.
Yeah.
Hell
I'm a
yeah.
purple belt.
Hell yeah. Oh, thanks, guys. I feel so
Yeah.
much better.
We've got your back. And like I told Mike the last, because Mike was on the first episode that I had of 2026, and I told him, I've got your back too, because he receives just all sorts of hate too. And I will
Man.
never understand why people just hate on you guys for just, you're literally living normal lives and you're just passionate WWE fans. And I don't know. It just,
Man, I've seen it. I've seen it everywhere. Like I was like looking at Facebook. It was all the social media, and there was just like, of course, Facebook is really gross with all those like wrestling fan pages that suck.
AI slop.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
it's the ones that Sean Ross Sapp is always calling out. But
he's
it's
debunking like crazy.
Yeah, it was always. I've seen like 5 or 6 posts on Facebook, and then probably a piece on social media everywhere else where it's like trashing Mike for no reason other than bitterness.
It's just
Yeah.
jealousy.
Yeah,
It is
No,
what it is.
I
That's
was
what it
going to
comes
say,
down to.
so there's going to be, obviously, I mean, I know you guys are reading between the lines with some of my posts, but there's going to be something more with this to come. And there's going to be like a little message. And I'm not sure exactly how it's going to be portrayed. But there's going to be definitely some stuff said. It's not going to be like me lashing out by any means, but I'm definitely, let's say there's going to be a message delivered that really needs to be addressed, and it coincides with, and it's not even just about me, because so as far as like I'm concerned, people can attack me left and right, and don't get me wrong, it got a little heavy, at the beginning of this year after, I decided to step away, and everything, but it's not like I'm not so much concerned about myself as opposed to all these people that are attacking me. They're not just attacking me, they're attacking anybody and everyone. And I'm more concerned, about other people that they attack that might not be able to take it as well as I can. And trust me, it's like, it was very overwhelming. And I was getting to a point where like, it was really affecting me, but it's just like, it's concerning, and it really needs to be addressed. And I feel like there needs to be like accountability too, because it's like, it's one thing, if someone does something dastardly or whatever, and, people want to like call people out, but it's just like for just living your life and having fun. And so there's one thing too, where I get a lot of people saying that I have something called main character syndrome. And it's like,
God.
you know what? I try to be
So
as humble.
stupid.
I try to be as humble as possible with everything, but I'm also very well aware that I have a platform that has a lot of followers on it. So yeah, I'm going to make my platform a little interesting. What, you want me to just boring post everything? Like, hey, I'm just sitting here eating my cereal. I'm going to try to make some stuff interesting. I'm not going to just be boring with it. So of course I'm going to have fun and try to create a little bang here and there, but it's just incredible. And here's the thing too, and not to like, because I feel like as humans we sometimes can focus too much on the negativity. There was a lot of positive response from it too. Don't get me wrong. It's just sometimes when you see all that negative get blown your way, it can mess with you, man. It definitely did mess with me, and it still does mess with me. But I'm pushing forward, and like I said, this next few days is going to be very interesting. So.
I mean,
Well,
I'm confused.
we're all excited to see what's to come, brother.
I'm confused though, because they said it's main character syndrome, and I'm like, it's your platform.
Exactly.
Of course, you are the main character on your platform. That's not a derogatory term in my book. It's like, if you are following me and I'm putting all this content out, I'm going to, lack of a better term, I'm going to expose myself to be the main character.
Yeah.
Well, and I've always told Mike this. Mike doesn't find the camera. The camera finds Mike.
There you go.
The camera always finds Mike, because a lot of people are like, oh, he's playing to the camera. The camera's playing to Brock Lesnar guy. Let's face it.
And like I said,
that's how you came on the scene, is the camera found you.
Yeah, and like I said, like when I'm actually I don't ever claim that like the actual show to be about me. I was just there, and then like you said, like the camera found me initially, and it's found me many times even before that whole situation happened. So it's just, and here's the thing too. It's just like I remember growing up as a kid. Like I remember a couple times the news station was out close to my house. So as a little kid, of course, I tried to run over there and try to be in the background, try to make it on TV. It's like almost like a natural instinct to like, oh hey, I'm on TV. Yeah, like you see it all the time when like there's a sports cat. Like Chicago Bulls always has like a pre-show before the show, and there's like a little area that they go to, and then everybody's in the back like, oh my god, like it's just like, bro, it's just like what's the difference here?
Yeah. And we will go back to Chicago. I feel it. Terrible. I know.
I love that song.
I know. You know what's wild to me? People actually enjoy my singing, which is it blows my mind because I suck.
The band Chicago is really good too.
I do. I have heard of them. But I'm a big fan of Steve Harrington and his Back to Chicago song, which that would have been a great choice for WWE to choose that song for the theme song for Elimination Chamber. But instead we got Offset Bodies.
Yeah, can we talk about this where it wasn't on my bingo card that essentially, like I know it's a very different version, but we have the theme song "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor." Like what? It's like SummerSlam 2001 again.
And this is a great segue because we also got one of my all-time favorite bands last night on Monday Night Raw. I'm talking about Creed, baby.
Oh,
Take me higher. AJ Styles in the Creed package. I felt like it was early 2000s all over again. So let's
Bree does Bree have any idea who Creed is?
Oh my god, I just forgot.
I've heard of them.
I've heard of them.
Type in WWF Creed on YouTube, and there'll be these incredible music videos that pop up.
Are they like divorced dad rock?
Basically,
yes.
So
Okay.
what Creed was used in the early 2000s by WWE a lot. Like literally, most of their songs were used in video packages. So and they were they're basically, it's dad rock. It's middle-aged
all the people on this podcast.
Yeah, everybody here.
Yeah, except for you.
I'm not good at math. Bree, you said you're 22. I suck at math. I went to Whiteland. What year were you born?
03.
When I graduated, she was a little baby.
Oh.
So yeah,
mask off in 2003. What the hell?
It hurts.
Creed's heyday and their rise and everything was right around the time that you were making your debut into the world. So.
Dude, in 2003, I just swore into the Army. Jeez.
Yeah.
God.
You know what's crazy? Bree has no idea about life before John Cena. Like that's all she knows is just John Cena.
Yeah, it's true.
That's wild to me.
He was already rapping when she came.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's your homework, Bree. Go on Spotify or go on YouTube and listen to some Creed because they got a lot of bangers, got a lot of good songs. Don't let the hate get to you. I mean, I know you don't already, but there are a lot of Creed haters out there. I mean, Nickelback and Creed, I love. Of those
I
bands.
love Nickelback.
Yeah, Nickelback is.
That's what we like to hear.
It was just because they became cool to hate, and so everybody jumped on the bandwagon.
Kind of like John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there, if I'm booking the Super Bowl halftime show next year, I'm booking Creed and Nickelback as the halftime show.
Do
I'm
it.
just saying.
Do it.
If I were Triple H, that's
It's
how I would
music
book.
for everybody with joint pain.
Yeah. Yeah, and this beard will have a lot
My
more
knees.
grays by the time the next Super Bowl rolls around. But speaking of getting older, AJ Styles, he's going into the Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen. He is the second inductee that'll be heading into the class of 2026. And I love this time of the year because this is usually when I go on my rampage of why the hell is Cyndi Lauper still not in the WWE Hall of Fame? That is a hill that I will forever die on. She deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. So I'm throwing it out there once again, manifesting that we will hear Cyndi Lauper's name for the class of 2026. And ladies and gentlemen, she's got a residency out there in Las Vegas the week after WrestleMania. So she will literally be in Las Vegas. So this is now the time. The time is now.
Listen, if Drew
Time
Carey can be in the Hall of
after
Fame, if Drew Carey can be in the Hall of Fame and Pete Rose, like, why not Cyndi Lauper? You know.
Listen, wrestling, there are three people that I credit the just absolute blow up of pro wrestling. Vince McMahon, hate him or love him. Hulk Hogan, hate him or love him. And Cyndi fucking Lauper. Those are the three people that I credit for absolutely putting professional wrestling mainstream. And that is where we are today. It would not be what it is without those three pillars of rock and wrestling, Vince McMahon, and the immortal Hulk Hogan, brother. Okay, Bree, do you even know who Cyndi Lauper is?
Not
I'm
a chance.
sorry.
No.
Not
Does
a
she have
chance.
does she have a popular song?
Girls just want to have fun.
Yes,
There you
she
go.
does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Becky played her on Young Rock, right?
Yes,
Yes.
she did.
I think she did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heard of her.
Okay, we're getting somewhere.
Read it better
I
than the
promise-
history books.
Yeah. Yeah. What are
Right,
they
right.
teaching in history class these days? So we got this kind of came out of nowhere last night. I don't know if you guys were expecting to see The Undertaker, but when The Undertaker came out and he's kind of playing the role of the guy, and I'm spacing his name, that goes and knocks on the door for the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame. That's now, I think, the role of The Undertaker. When you see me coming, blah, 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 you're going, or whatever he said to AJ. So let's go around the table here. What are your guys' thoughts on AJ Styles going into the WWE Hall of Fame this year, class of 2026?
I think, it's well deserved. I don't think anybody's going to argue AJ doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. They do sell tickets to it, which is always an unfortunate thing. So they got to have a headliner. I kind of personal rant. I'm not going to go big on this, but I wish they didn't. I wish they had its own ceremony, not with people in the crowd trying to chant and entertain themselves because they bought a ticket. But that's neither here nor there. AJ, yeah, that's an easy choice for a Hall of Fame.
What about you, Tribal Jester?
So about AJ, it's kind of hard to listen to some people's Mount Rushmore when you hear in-ring performance. And if you are between the ages of maybe 30 and, our age, 40 something, if you don't have him on your top 5 Mount Rushmore of in-ring performers, I don't think you understand the sport of professional wrestling. And if you're young, and that's fine, but for someone
careful, we got Bree on here.
Right. And so for someone who has sacrificed his entire body year after year and didn't even make it into the main roster to WWE until he was well in his 30s, and a lot of people don't know much about who he was in TNA or Japan or even WCW. So to say that people know him because of his WWE career and he's in the Hall of Fame, he has a Hall of Fame resume just off his WWE career alone. And that says a lot. And I think, like Jared said, it's well deserved. And I don't think there will be another phenomenal one It's often replicated but never duplicated.
Yeah. Phenomenal. See what I did there? The Undertaker, the Phenom. Anyways, Bree, LA Night Girl. What are your thoughts on AJ Styles?
I'm so happy for him.
Yeah.
I think he deserves it so much. I did see, unfortunately, people hating because they think it's so soon. They're like, why is he in there like before John Cena? But I think he deserves it. He personally, in my opinion, is top 3 greatest technical wrestlers of all time. And no one else has accolades like him and all the companies that he's been in. So I think it's deserved.
And then I actually saw your Raw take, Mike, last night, which I loved, by the way. You could just feel the connection that you've had watching AJ Styles. But for those that might have missed it, what are your thoughts on AJ heading into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I'll give you the short and condensed version of that in a second. But as far as like AJ is concerned, it's like, dude, I mean, I remember I was watching him when TNA was still on Fox Sports Net. So like 2004, 2005. So what, Bree was only like 2 years old at the time. It's like, and it feels like what's crazy is it feels like yesterday, like seeing all the clips like of his TNA stuff, which, you know, it's so funny because like I was in the era where like nothing could be shown other than WWF. So it's just like, it still warms my heart when they can just show everything in a music video. So seeing, you know, fresh face AJ with the short hair and the baby face, and seeing all of his TNA moments, and then seeing Frankie Kazarian and then Abyss, like, I mean, obviously we know Abyss has been, you know, backstage for a while now, but just seeing him, like, he still looks like when he puts that Abyss costume on, he still looks like he did 20
absolutely.
20 years ago. So much time has passed by. That's kind of like the topic here. It's just like the time that has passed by. So of course, you know, very well deserved. And then the short condensed version, basically, when Taker came out, like when he was kind of like teasing, like, oh, you're just gonna ride off the sunset, there's unfinished business. Like for me personally, like I knew wherever it was gonna be, I wanted to be there for Undertaker's last match. And then it happened during COVID and I did not get to be a part of it because no one got to be a part of it. And there was a couple times where I thought I was a part of it and then he decided to come back. You know, cool. But, you know, in particular, when he put the hat and the coat in the ring after his match with Roman, that was like, I was here. I finished my story, but then the story continued and then I didn't end up finishing it. So I was like, for a second, I'm like, do I actually get to fulfill this dream finally? But then of course, I mean, you know, it is what it is. We can't win them all, but, and I have a long version of that story on my Instagram that I clipped from my Twitch stream last night. It was like I said, like, I don't think I've ever been so, because I've been streaming now for like 6-7 weeks now, that the emotion that came over me, I was like, I never got that emotional during a stream. And it was funny too, because like because they'd never done something like, because, you know, with like Ric Flair next night on Raw, John Cena same night. It was kind of interesting that they decided to wait a few weeks. I don't know if it was because it was in Saudi and they wanted to do it here or whatever. But man, it turned out to be such a beautiful thing, and yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah, I think they waited to get to Atlanta, which was his hometown essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. I kept forgetting about that too.
And it's wild to me because like I never really got into TNA, but I knew who AJ Styles was. He was just so special. I didn't have to watch TNA to realize that he was a phenomenal, no pun intended, performer. So when he showed up in WWE making his debut at the Royal Rumble, I was like,
still one of my favorite moments of all time.
Holy shit, AJ Styles is in the WWE. I mean, you think about shocking moments in not just Royal Rumble history, but WWE history, when he flipped that hood off and did his pose, and I'm like, wow, we're gonna get a lot of dream matches here. And
Roman Reigns had no idea who the hell he was.
No. He's standing there like,
the camera was on him like the entire time too.
AJ who?
Yeah,
I am phenomenal. Who the hell is that guy?
But somebody who I really enjoyed seeing AJ wrestle, and I know I'm just going to sound biased when I say this, but John Cena. I mean, the chemistry that AJ and John Cena had, every match that they've had, especially the one where they never went outside the ring. They kept everything inside the squared circle. Banger of a match. And then we got to run it back last year on John Cena's farewell tour. So I was really excited that we got John Cena versus AJ Styles, because when John Cena's farewell tour was announced, AJ was one of the first guys that I was like, God, I really hope we get one final match of John and AJ, because those guys always put on a show. So yeah, well earned, well deserved. I agree with everything that all of you said about AJ. And AJ, congratulations on heading into the WWE Hall of Fame in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I will not be there. I will not be there. I'm not running it back.
Oh, boo.
I know. Well, Bree, this is what happens when you become a dad. Hopefully one day when you become a mom, you'll understand that sacrifice. There's another Creed song for you.
I have never been to a PLE since I've had kids. I've had kids for over 11 years now. Haven't made it one day. Not
it's
yet.
It's okay. I'll celebrate in Vegas for all of us again this year. It's fine.
I appreciate that. That.
So the only person that can go on record as of right now and say that they will be at WrestleMania is you, Bree.
Yeah,
which is
true.
That's where I met you last year. I met you at WWE World. I was like, there's the LA Night Girl. So whenever I think of Vegas, I always think of all the fun that my wife and I had, and running into you and tag team twinning, and of course seeing Brock Lesnar guy. Mike and I had a special moment outside of the T-Mobile Arena.
Yes.
Monday Night Raw. We didn't make it in, but
ticket secret exposed.
We had fun outside of the T-Mobile Arena. So
that was a moment, dude. I look back on it honestly fondly. Like, of course, it was disappointing that we didn't get inside for Raw, but you know what? It was incredible. The picture that was taken that I posted out, that picture just
Can you post that again and tag me? Because I had people ask, well, I never saw the picture. Because it is a pretty funny picture of me, you, and WWE's biggest fan.
And we're literally we're outside the box office. We're watching it. I think it was on John's phone or so much fun.
Yeah, because the show kicked off with Cena and then Orton, which set up Cena versus Orton at Backlash. And I did go to St. Louis.
And you know what? Hey, we made it because I was there too. So
yeah. But let's talk about this weekend. We are, for the first time, Bree, this is going to make you just not even existed. I don't even know if your parents even thought about having a kid the last time that WWE had a pay-per-view at the United Center.
Oh, boy.
SummerSlam 1994.
Dang.
Yeah. Bree, I just want a trivia right here on the spot.
Oh, no.
Who do you think was the main event for SummerSlam 1994?
Jared, don't answer this. You already know. I know you do.
Jared, Tribal Jester, and Brock Lesnar guy. I know you guys know the answer. Now I'm going to give you a clue.
I rented the VHS tape like hundreds of times at Blockbuster.
Here's your clue, Bree.
If you remember,
Okay.
It was the same guy wrestling himself.
She's like, what?
And I'm going to give you another clue. We've actually mentioned his name on this episode of WellsMania Podcast.
Oh, was Hulk Hogan?
Oh.
Was that it?
We'll give you one more guess. One more guess. Although Hulk Hogan versus Hulk Hogan would have been a hell of a match.
He was on Raw, if that helps, last night.
Was
it Undertaker?
The Undertaker.
Underfaker versus Undertaker.
This is we're not ribbing.
I don't think he was ever officially called Underfaker on TV, right? He was
he was always called Undertaker.
He was Ted DiBiase's Undertaker.
The fans did that. Yeah.
So Bree, here's your homework assignment again. Not only are you going to go through all of Creed's bangers, but I want you to go back to 1994. I want you to go to the United Center, and I want you to watch The Undertaker versus The Undertaker, and I want you to come back to me and tell me what you think about it, okay?
Will do.
Also, bonus, if you can figure out who the Underfaker was, research that. Yeah.
That's interesting.
I got a story about the United Center. So
bring it on, brother.
So SummerSlam 1994. So this was around the time, if you remember the old Chicago Stadium that the Bulls used to use.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So they tore it down. So what's interesting was I wasn't watching wrestling at this point. So I didn't watch until later in the 90s. So, but what's interesting is when they built the United Center, SummerSlam 94 was actually the very first event ever at the United Center. And so what's interesting though, although I did not watch wrestling at the point, I actually went to the last event ever at the old Chicago Stadium. It was so remember when Jordan retired the first time? So like when he was playing baseball, but then he eventually came back.
Gambling issues.
So during that first retirement, Scottie Pippen put together like a charity all-star game. And then he invited Michael to play in it. So he played in the charity game during his first retirement. And it was the only time I ever got to see Jordan play. So it was sponsored by Ameritech. If you remember Ameritech way back in the day.
Yeah, I do.
My dad used to work for Ameritech, got us free passes for it. We were sitting on the floor. I got to see Jordan play. And then that was, if you remember, there's an infamous clip that does play in highlights from time to time where he gets down to one knee and he kisses the floor. That was that very game.
Oh,
and
wow.
then they tore it down. And actually what's really interesting too was there was a very brief period where United Center was up already and like running, but then Chicago Stadium still ran a bit of events. And then once that, so I think this was like a month after SummerSlam 94. So then right after this event, then they tore it down.
Damn.
So what's interesting?
That's a fun factoid there. That the SummerSlam was so there were no Bulls games. SummerSlam was before the Bulls played.
Nothing had even happened there yet. So what's interesting is the first three-peat was all Chicago Stadium, and then the second three-peat was all United Center.
So it was before the house that Jordan built, basically.
So Jordan had not even he could see, but he probably hadn't even stepped foot in there yet.
So one could say that that was the house that Scottie Pippen built,
or the Undertaker built. No.
Or the Undertaker.
Or Leslie Nielsen? Maybe? No.
Oh, yeah. They tore the roof down with that match.
Another fun thing about SummerSlam 94 for all you
Brett
Chicago. Brett Nolan wrestled on that show. It was a great match. But we also got Walter Payton, Sweetness, Chicago Bears, very own Super Bowl champion Walter Payton with Razor Ramon. And Walter Payton, I will never forget that because I was like, who is that guy? And my dad goes, that's Sweetness. And I'm like, who? Keep in mind, 94, I was very young. I was about Bree's age in 94. So, but yes, I'm excited for the United Center to finally get a WWE pay-per-view because they have had a show there. I want to preface that there was a show at the United Center, but we're talking about PLE's pay-per-views for all those haters that are going to be flooding the comments.
I've been to like 2 or 3 house shows there. They just randomly did. I remember one of the holiday tours once. We got 2 shows. They did one at the Allstate and they did one at the United Center. And I think one was Raw and one was SmackDown.
Okay. Now I've been to the Allstate Arena multiple times, but I've never been to the United Center. And watching your videos of you in the United Center and by the Michael Jordan statue, man, it's just the nostalgia. The nostalgia is real. That's 90s. That is 90s right there.
I got another great.
Bree is like, okay, Grandpa, enough of the stories.
Well,
I'm sitting here. I'm like,
Bree, let me tell you about this bald head guy named Michael Jordan. I know you're probably thinking LeBron James is the best. But let's face it, Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
I hate to say this. I only have heard of Michael Jordan because I know LA is a big fan. So I'm like, wait, that name sounds familiar.
And LA, we're all pretty much the same age as LA. I think he might be a year older than
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say Space Jam.
I thought Space Jams too. I thought it was going to be Space Jams.
But then again, Space Jam is still well before Bree's time.
95.
Oh my God, we're so old.
I think he filmed Space Jam when he was retired, but then it came out when he came back, I believe.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Mike?
Oh no, I was gonna say really quickly. So when I was there getting some of that content shot, when you're at the United Center, it's like immediately it's fine, but you don't want to go too far west from there because it can get a little yeah. So there was
I've heard. I'm so nervous.
we were literally about to start filming, and then all of a sudden this blue sports car flies by us at about 120 miles an hour, followed by about 10 police cars, then a helicopter. And we're just like, what?
Hell yeah.
So like if you watch my last video, you can actually hear the police sirens in the video. They're like blocks away now, chasing everybody. And then later on, I searched it on Twitter. The car had like crashed, and then the pilot from the helicopter took a picture of it, and it was just like mangled, and like I don't know what happened. So it literally, like, I swear to God, it was like 120 miles an hour. I'm like, I thought this stuff only happens like out in LA. Like, no, it happens in Chicago too.
Welcome to Chicago.
So yeah, be careful for those high speed chases. Whether you're
yes, and one quick fun Chicago story that I have. My wife and I watched the show Shameless.
Okay, so I've been to the house, but I've never watched. And then I don't know if you ever met my friend Chris. He was actually so very briefly. He was an extra in that show, and if you go, like, you have to like zoom in. He was actually in the background in a scene once.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
because we wanted to go see the Shameless house, and
that's in a very
yes, because me and my wife and the caretaker of the house, we were all standing there, and next thing I know, I hear pop, pop, pop. Literally one street over, there was a shooting. So
you mean the South Side is interesting? I can't.
I am so scared.
You'll be fine.
Not to scare you, Bree, but just be very careful where you go. Don't go off the beaten path, and don't go exploring the city of Chicago.
Oh, no,
okay?
I do like to wander.
Go more east if you're gonna walk.
Yeah.
Okay, noted. Anything for LA Night, it's fine. I think
the Superstore is like west, and I honestly don't know what the situation west of the United Center is. So
I'll be there.
But
I'll let y'all know.
I hope that you
I'll be there for the store opening at 11 on Thursday.
Yeah, I hope that you and Mike are safe. You and Mike, when Mike is there, I hope you guys are safe. Let's get into the Elimination Chamber. We've got 4 matches right here, episode 207 of WellsMania Podcast, the WellsMania Pod Chamber, LA Night Girl, Tribal Jester, WWE Human Encyclopedia, Jared Giles, and the Brock Lesnar guy, and that no-showing son of a bitch, Stone Pain Productions, didn't have the balls to come on here and talk face-to-face with me. So,
and the 5-foot giant.
Yes, and let's not forget your arch nemesis, the 5-foot giant. How tall are you, Matt?
6'6".
Damn.
So imagine this visual: a 6'6" tribal jester and a 5-foot. I don't even know how tall Chris is.
He said 5 foot. I assume he's 5 foot flat. So he didn't say 5'3", 5'6".
I'm 4'11". Oh my god.
Damn. Yeah. So
I say I'm 5'10" when I'm really 5'9" because it sounds better.
Round up.
I always say I'm 5'10" on a good day. So I'm right there with you. Right there with you, Mike. Let's start. Since we got her on the pod here, let's start with the men's Elimination Chamber match. We've got Randy Orton versus LA Knight. Yeah. Versus Cody Rhodes versus Javon Evans versus is Kevin Nash? Are you watching? Versus Trick Williams versus Jey Uso. So there is the men's Elimination Chamber match, and the winner will get an undisputed WWE Championship match against Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 42. So, who wants to kick this one off? What do we see happening? Are we going to start with you, Bree? Are you going with your boy LA Knight to shock the world here?
Of course I am. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
He's gonna win the whole damn thing.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yep. It's his time.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Why the hell not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it would be something fresh for WrestleMania. LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre in the main event. I would assume that would still be a main event match. Who knows? I mean, it might not be the main event depending on where Trips wants to put it on the card, but I think it's worthy of a main event match for night 1 of WrestleMania. So we got one prediction, probably the most obvious pick on the card. LA Knight Girl is going with her man, LA Knight. Yeah. What about you, Tribal Jester?
So I'll be brief and run it down. I got notes, so I want to be.
Thank you for making notes.
I want to be journalistic integrity here. So Javon Edwards, that boy bouncy, but that boy's too green. Trick Williams will not whoop that trick. Jey Uso will yeet his way out of the match, leaving us with who I want to win is make Brie happy. LA Knight,
Yeah.
But who will realistically win? And I hate to say this, Cody Rhodes, because you can't have him win the Royal Rumble 2 out of the 3 years, right? The fans would probably turn on him. So how do you sneak him in Mania? He wins the Elimination Chamber. It's kind of obvious, really.
I mean, he is the odds-on favorite. I mean, I put myself in Cody's slot. If you guys paid attention to my AI graphic, Brie, you look great, by the way.
Thank you.
I know you said that AI didn't do you justice. It did. Okay.
Thank you.
If anything, it made me look like I have this big old beard, and I don't. My beard is not as big as it is in that AI picture.
It shrunk my forehead. Don't like that.
AI is fun, but it's also very interesting. What it does to us. What about you, Jared?
Yeah, I think Cody's taking it. I think that we're inevitably do Drew and Cody WrestleMania match, so I think that's what happens.
Brock Lesnar guy.
So I'll give you my pick, however. So I think Cody takes it, however. Now, obviously, you see all these reports online and, you don't know what's true or what's not true. But initially, I was thinking, like, it's somehow going to be a triple threat match at Mania, which will be Drew, Cody, and Jacob. So, but now I'm reading, I've read reports where, like, it could potentially be a fatal 5-way match. So what would that be? So I'm thinking, honestly, what I'm thinking is there could maybe a scenario where no matter what Cody will be in the title match, whether, it's that scenario, whether he wins the chamber or not. So I'm thinking, like, let's say if Cody loses, now that's up in interpretation, like who wins. So I'm thinking, like, so remember Shawn Michaels when he screwed Undertaker out of Elimination Chamber when he snuck in from the bottom? I'm thinking Jacob Fatu might pull that spot again and then sneak up from behind and then screw Cody and then hey, maybe LA Knight will win and then that'll put him in that'll secure his spot in the match, but then somehow Cody will make it in, somehow Jacob will make it in. There's going to be some sort of, I mean, you go back to like when Shawn Michaels super kicked Chris Benoit and then signed the contract. They can think of any ways of like inserting people, and then that got made a triple threat match. So like I said, there's so many different possibilities. But I think I'll still stick with Cody just because I feel like that's too creative. So I don't know.
I kind of like where you're going with that because I was thinking obviously Cody is the odds-on favorite to win, but if they really did want to swerve us and have LA Knight win, and then somehow, some way, Cody finds his way into the match. And like you said, with Jacob, and hell, you could even add Brock Lesnar.
Oh, man.
I know. He says he's doing an open challenge, but who knows what?
And it's funny too because it's like I know everyone was complaining because then there was also a report about LA Knight facing Brock Lesnar, but let us not forget LA Knight, with the help of Cody, eliminated Brock Lesnar, so there was a reason there. But then they didn't go that direction because now it's more Brock fishing, challenging someone to come to him as opposed to him going after someone else. There was actually a rumor that like somehow Brock was going to make his way into the chamber match, but I don't even think he's going to be there Saturday. So
never say never. I mean, anything can happen. Kevin Nash could attack Javon Evans, and Javon Evans might not make it to the Elimination Chamber.
Maybe he's in the box.
I love going after Kevin Nash whenever I have the opportunity to do that. I mean,
Nash will blow his quad out.
I don't ever wish anything on anybody, but the track record speaks for itself with old Big Sexy there. But how the hell are you going to say something like that about Javon Evans and then not get backlash? I'm just saying.
It didn't make any sense.
No, Kevin Nash is a jabroni. But anyways,
I get that he's like old school, but like I mean, times have changed.
Who's more salty in their old age, Bret Hart or Kevin Nash?
Oh, come on, it's Bret. Come on, you know how
Bret Hart
about Bret.
It's pretty close.
In both of their defenses, though, they've both like in their separate situations have been through a lot. So I do cut some slack where slack is.
This is very true. The sympathy side of me will always, family over everything. And yes, those two families have been through more tragedy.
it gets to a point, right, where your whole personality is going on podcasts and trashing everything, not just Bill Goldberg, but the product itself and what you don't like about it. It's like, dude, the game has passed you by. You're no longer, it's not 1994 anymore. It's like, it's literally evolved. Let it go.
And the last time that there was a pay-per-view, Bret the Hitman Hart was on the card at the United Center. So there's the full circle.
There you go.
Bret Hart. Let's go to how about the women's Intercontinental title match? The champion Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. How about that? AJ Lee wrestling Becky Lynch on the Elimination Chamber card. I thought this was going to be WrestleMania. Now, my prediction is that Becky will win this match via shenanigans. She will cheat to retain. Therefore, we will get this match at WrestleMania. AJ Lee will then beat Becky Lynch at WrestleMania to become the new women's Intercontinental champion. That's just the way that I'm booking it. But what do you all think?
Who wants to start?
Becky. My girl Becky's gonna be AJ. She's just
clean,
too
or
good.
you think she's gonna cheat?
I mean, has
she ever cheated before? No, I don't know if she ever
she has won 100% of her matches that have not been rigged, as she likes to say. So
Yep.
she's gonna win clean. She's gonna win clean, and we're gonna keep the title.
She's gonna win Becky Lynch clean. Becky Lynch's definition
Yes.
of clean. That's how she's gonna. Okay, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
I see that. What about you,
Yep.
Jared?
Walk with me here. I'm going on a little bit of a journey. So 3 weeks ago, Natty and her debut and her new character fought Maxine. And she put her in the sharpshooter on the announce table. AJ Lee came out. Natty kind of pouted away, and then it never really got referenced again. Just completely kind of forgotten. I think that Natty helps Becky retain, cost AJ, and then in some sort of weird, we get some sort of 4-way submission I Quit match at WrestleMania between Natty, Becky, AJ, and Natty to kind of stretch those feuds out and kind of do it, culminate them all in a stipulation match at Mania. So that's what I'm going with.
Hey,
Becky wins thanks to Natty's help.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. So that's 3 Becky Lynches. Are we going for a sweep here?
Unfortunately, I got to go with AJ Lee.
I knew somebody was.
I was actually confused at first because when they were like making this match, they almost made it seem like this would be a non-title, and then if AJ won, then she would wrestle her for the title. But then that was obviously not the case, because obviously now this is for the title. So I was very confused initially with that, or unless maybe I misread it or whatever. But like I feel like AJ, gives her a nice moment in her hometown. I mean, she already had like the moment returning in Chicago last September. So I think it would and here's the thing, I mean, it could go either way, honestly, but I think it's more like, because I don't know really how to answer what they're gonna do booking wise. I'm just giving you more like my personal, what I want to see.
You're not wrong though. It's tough because this screams a WrestleMania match.
Exactly.
Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. So when they announced it for Chamber, I'm like, whoa, that is with a month early. Like, we're not supposed to get this until, well, I guess technically it's 2 months early. We're not supposed to get this till April. But here we are. We're getting it in February. Tribal Jester, save the best for last. Vanessa Williams.
So I'm going to have to agree with, bring it back to old Big Tom Bex here. Agree with Bree and Jared here. Because
me.
And you, of course. And it doesn't make sense for AJ to win the Intercontinental title because she is a part-timer. Not saying that part-timers don't win. Brock Lesnar, John Cena. But she doesn't seem like the type that would want that, or she doesn't really need it, because her being back alone draws numbers. It puts butts in seats. So her having the title is not really necessary. And also she's probably willing to put over Becky just to further, their match in WrestleMania. And maybe, Kyle, AJ does beat her at WrestleMania. I just don't see that match happening twice because it's already happened. I don't think Mania would be the spot for that.
It's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do. But 4 of us have Becky Lynch winning. And then the lone wolf over there, Brock Lesnar guy with AJ Lee. How about the women's Elimination Chamber match? The winner will get a WWE Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 42, which is Jade Cargill. We got Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley versus Alexa Bliss versus Asuka versus Kiana James versus Raquel Rodriguez. And how about Kiana James? She had a pretty impressive showing in the Women's Rumble, and now she's getting thrown into the Women's Elimination Chamber. I kind of like having some, new faces in there, but she's not winning. No chance in hell that Kiana James is winning the Elimination Chamber. So I open it up to all of you. Out of all of those women, which one will win the Women's Elimination Chamber?
It's funny because, again, I don't really know where to take this booking wise. Personally, I'd love to see Rhea win, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the booking is going to go for with this. So I feel like I don't have a good answer as far as booking. Can I also, really quickly, so unfortunately I'm probably going to have to hop off here because I have a dinner booked here in not too long, but can I also give my thoughts about the box?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as far as the box, now I don't think, and honestly, I don't know, I think it's going to lead to something. So I think it's not somebody in there, it's something in there. And then when you open up that box, it's going to, whatever the item is in there, it's going to then segue to who it's going to be. Because it's not, you know what I mean? Someone's not going to be, and of course, we have Undertaker getting buried alive. So you know what I mean? They can do oh, maybe someone is in the box. But I personally feel that whatever is inside the box is going to set up then for something else. I've even seen rumors that it might just be a WWE 2K commercial. So
yeah,
it's gonna be I don't know, a video game system or something. I wouldn't put it past them for it to be that way.
We will speculate what it is here in just a few, but before I let you go right here, CM Punk versus Finn Balor. Gotta get your the main event. It's the main event for you, Mike, and then I'll send you on your way.
CM Punk will win. So Finn, man, he's been my guy for the past 10 years. He's been, and personally too, he's actually been very good to me. I'm sure you've seen my little video with him where they pranked me for stealing his phone. That was
one of my all-time favorite Brock Lesnar guy moments right there.
I just the 10th anniversary of that just happened. I did a little Instagram reel if you haven't seen it, so I posted the highlights of that on there.
That's crazy. That was 10 years ago.
Good. So it obviously to this day breaks my heart when he won the Universal title and he got injured and had to. And I got a little plaque here. I'll take it off the wall here so you can see.
Show and tell, baby.
This is when he won the Universal title, and I think I can't remember exactly what he said on it. He's like, "Oh yeah, I tore my labrum, this, that, or whatever." He's like, "Still won the title," so he signed it right there. There's a piece of the ring mat, so I just had to buy that because that's how much he meant to me, personally.
That's badass, man.
And but yeah, like I said, I almost so do you know what? So honestly, do you know what I would like to see again? Kyle, you remember this finally. Remember Rock and Mankind would pay hot potato with the WWE Championship?
Absolutely.
There's a scenario where Finn wins, but then Punk gets it back not too long after, and then he takes it to Mania, which then stresses out Pierce because he didn't want him to jeopardize the WrestleMania main event. So maybe it causes another match to happen, then Punk will take the title off him. Who knows? That will happen in Chicago. It'd be a shock moment for sure. And I personally wouldn't hate it because obviously Finn deserves it. But then it's just I feel like he always gets put in these situations where you almost basically know he's not going to win. Yeah. But that's just how it happens, and that's just the way it is. But I feel like there is still a chance maybe down the line that he'll finally capture it. Hopefully, because he's just,
never say never with WWE.
He deserves it so much, man.
I couldn't agree more. Plug your Twitch, plug your social media, and then you can head to where are you going for dinner?
There's a nice little place down. I forget the name of it that we haven't tried before, so we're gonna go check that out.
Best place in Chicago for everybody that is going to eat. Where would you recommend people eat for the?
So as far as like
Elimination
pizza, so like I'm not in the city too much, so like I'm kind of like unsavvy when it comes to like restaurants and all that stuff. But as far as like pizza, I can give you a couple recommendations. Giordano's, and also don't sleep on their thin crust. Their thin crust is amazing. Obviously, stuffed crust. It's the what do you call
Deep
it? What, I
dish.
can't think of the name, but the deep dish, and obviously don't that. And then there's another pizza place that I tried not too long ago called Pequod's. There's only like 2 or 3 locations, only based in Chicago. Because for example, like Giordano's now it's like spreading everywhere, so you can find them.
We have a couple here in Indiana, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think they're in Florida now, New York. They're popping up everywhere now. So I mean, they're damn good. So I can see why they've spread out. But as far as like restaurants, I'm honestly like I said, like I'm a suburban kid, so like I'm not in the city too much. I almost feel like like when I go to the chamber this weekend, it's almost going to feel like a vacation.
Right.
Yeah, I did.
Wait
not
a
just say
minute.
that.
Wait a minute.
I did not. I did. Can we edit that out? No. So anyway. So.
What's happening over there?
Don't you just love real life, or anything could just pop out at any time, And I mean, I could still roam around the United Center. I'm going to be around. I live
Yeah,
here,
you didn't say you're going to the show. You could just roam around.
Yeah.
I see what's going on over here.
Yeah, I might create my own watch party, but I have a little difficulty with that, with
You and however many people can hold in the United Center. I see what's going on.
Right. But
thank you so much.
Thank you
for being on this episode. The Brock Lesnar guy on Twitch, is that your handle on there?
At the Brock Lesnar guy on Twitch, at the Brock Lesnar guy TikTok, everything else Brock Lesnar guy, Instagram, X, Twitter, Facebook. So
Mike, it was finally nice to meet you, man.
Oh, great to meet you guys too. It's this was amazing. So hopefully I'll run into you because like I said, I'll be roaming around Chicago.
He'll be roaming around.
Yeah. Here's what I want to see. I want to see a picture of Brock Lesnar guy and the LA Night girl in the United Center at Elimination Chamber. That's what I want to see this weekend. I hope we get that picture.
Okay.
I hope so too.
Inside the United Center. Interesting. Okay.
I'll sneak him in. It's fine. I'll get him in there. He'll be in the crate.
Wear disguise. They won't know it's you.
Yeah.
Enjoy your dinner and
look, I'm in the crate right now. It's all wood.
Maybe it's you that's popping out of the crate. We'll see.
So,
love you, brother. Thank you, and enjoy
you too,
this
man.
weekend, whatever you do.
Great chatting with you guys. This was great.
See you, Brock Lesnar guy.
Bye.
I love when
He's
BLG runs wild. He's got so many stories, and I literally can just pick his brain for hours, but he was on a time constraint here.
I forget how long he's been doing content creation.
Long time.
And
Mike and I have known each other for a very long time. Like we were trying to figure out the first time that we met. It's been probably we've known each other now for maybe 15 years. And I knew him when he was Markout Man. Before Brock Lesnar guy was a thing, he was trying to be the Markout Man, where he would mark out at shows. And then he got his big break becoming the Brock Lesnar guy. So there's a little history lesson for you. So let's go back to Chicago. I feel it. Sorry, apologize for that. Where were we? We're the
women's chamber.
Women's chamber, yeah.
Jared, who do you have winning the women's chamber?
I think they're going with Alexa Bliss here. I think I think her and Jade makes an interesting visual story-wise because there's obviously the size difference. And I think you can put the whole, can she trust Charlotte, since like Charlotte's always in the main event title spot, can she let her bestie take the queen spot sort of thing? So I think there's a twofold kind of interesting story there. So I think Alexa Bliss.
Okay. What about you, Tribal Jester?
So this may be a little bit unorthodox, and I'm going to go
James.
Yeah, I'm going to say this because it creates like Mike has said, like, I don't know what the booking would be, and I have an answer. So who I think is going to win because of this, I think Raquel Rodriguez is going to win. And here's what I see happening. Something unprecedented. that we have never seen, and we think it's this rule, but it's not really a rule, right? The rule being, okay, you won Royal Rumble, you picked that person. I won the EC, I obviously have to pick the person that wasn't chosen. Not so. What if Raquel Rodriguez kind of has like a Dave Bautista evolution moment where she decides, because she remembers being eliminated by Liv Morgan in the Royal Rumble, she also picks Stephanie Vaquer, making it a 3-way at WrestleMania and having a Batista-style turn and a Batista-style moment, thumbs down, turns on Liv.
Yeah.
I mean, that's possible, right? Viable?
I don't hate it. I think it would
Anything's possible.
Exactly. It would be very interesting if and then that leaves the door open for, well, who will Jade take on at WrestleMania? Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. I thought maybe Bianca Belair would return. Apparently she's not quite ready for that, because that's who I was gonna have win the Women's Chamber if she entered it, because then that makes way too much sense. Bianca versus Jade at WrestleMania, which we still could possibly get that. But yeah, LA Knight Girl, I want to hear your hot take over there. Who do you have winning the Women's Elimination Chamber?
I honestly think Rhea Ripley. I think Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill are just such stars in their own right that is such a money-making match already. I would put Rhea winning the chamber.
I agree with you. Rhea has to be the odds-on favorite to win the Women's Chamber, and I think that when you think of WrestleMania matches, Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill, that's a WrestleMania match right there. So I'm going with Mommy versus Jade at WrestleMania 42. Now that takes us to the main event. The main event, which, come on, let's face it, CM Punk's hometown. He's going to main event the show, right? He's going to close out the show, maybe, if the crate doesn't.
I'm thinking the men's chamber personally, but Punk's a good choice.
I thought for sure that Punk would be the main event, but maybe I'm wrong. But here on episode 207 of WellsMania Podcast, we are booking CM Punk versus Finn Balor as the main event. I'm not going to waste too much time on this, because I think this is probably one of the easiest matches of all time to predict, because we already have Roman Reigns versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. So there's no chance in hell that Finn Balor is going to beat CM Punk at Elimination Chamber in CM Punk's home city of Chicago. So my pick is CM Punk. Is it a clean sweep? Anybody disagree?
It's a clean sweep.
Yeah.
Jared, you're over there kind of contemplating. Are you going to go Finn Balor?
No. CM Punk's is gonna win. They're probably just gonna. JD will probably try to interfere, and Finn will stopping to keep the breakup of the Judgment Day, keep that story going till a little bit longer until they can pull the trigger. And since Dom's going to be, I assume, in Mexico for AAA this weekend, JD is the substitute there.
Okay. So clean sweep for Chicago's very own, the best in the world, CM Punk. So now, I kicked off this episode way over an hour ago saying, what's in the box? Or in this case, what is in the crate? Or who is in the crate? We've been speculating ever since we saw it show up. It said, do not open until February 28th, 2026, which happens to be Elimination Chamber. And then we found out that Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis will both be opening the crate up at the same time. So what is in the box, or what is in the crate? Is it a leg lamp? It's a major award. Little shout out to A Christmas Story. Is it Brock Lesnar guy? Is he going to be popping out of the crate? Is it going to be a giant dude wipe mascot throwing out dude wipes? Because they're the official, ass wipe of WWE, which I thought was Sami Zayn, but apparently it's not.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Let's see. What else do I have? It could be Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Luke Longley, Judd Bushler, Randy Brown, anybody from the Chicago Bulls United Center days, Tony
Kerr.
Kukoc, Steve Kerr.
Dennis Rodman.
Guys, it could be my plan B to make sure LA wins the chamber.
It could be.
Oh boy.
It could be my plan B to make sure we get the win.
And what would that be? B, your plan B, B.
It's a secret.
There's
Just like
always
it's you.
room for
It's a
plan B.
secret. There's always a plan B. When
I was
plan A
trying.
doesn't go your way, there's a plan B.
I was trying. No, it's not going to be somebody, right? Because there's no way. I know Brock Lesnar guy said, Undertaker's been in a casket, and I get it. It's WWE. Anything can happen, but
Yeah.
no chance in hell it's an actual person coming out of that box, right? Is it the
There's a chance.
the son of the gobbledygooker?
I think it'd be Danhausen. If it's a person, I think it's going to be Danhausen.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Y. I think it's going to be Y2J.
But he's on Fozzy tour right now.
Yeah, you don't mean he can't come off tour for a little bit?
Let's see where old Chris Jericho and Fozzy are on the 28th.
I like Jericho's what everyone kind of thought. I thought originally, or kind of what everyone's like, ooh, but I think between allegedly his contracts frozen with AEW.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that.
And I don't think that would be Jericho's sort of thing. I think that's too kind of jokey. That's why I'm thinking it's more a Danhausen type character, and especially if they play off the whole Danhausen's face mask is like the thing from the Exorcist movies, like his face paint in the crate in the beginning of the Exorcist.
It's going to be something stupid, isn't it? It's going to be something stupid.
I had a whole elaborate theory on my TikTok that now got vanished after Brock Lesnar's segment last night, that it was an extra chamber pod for him. And for the first time, we were going to have 7 people in the Elimination Chamber. But
Lord.
I think after his segment last night, he doesn't really need to be in there. So that got thrown out the window. That's what I thought. I have no idea.
If it's like a musician, like Cardi B or something, like I don't hate Cardi B or whatever. I'm just saying it's like if it's like a musician, like
what if it's Offset coming out of the box and doing a live performance of Bodies?
We saw Offset yesterday.
Stupid.
There's no point of doing a box if he was on TV yesterday.
I couldn't find the Fozzy. I don't know if they're touring on February 28th. So
I think I'm thinking it's going to be some sort of like a statue or something, and it's going to like basically replace maybe the Andre Battle Royal.
The statue of Triple H.
Or WrestleMania?
Yes, and that's why both GMs are opening it together, and it's going to be some sort of interpromotional thing for WrestleMania.
Oh my God.
Interpromotional match.
Not to exclude
the Immortal Hulk Hogan Memorial Battle Royal, brother.
If anybody's seen the Christmas Story, it's just going to open up and say, "Drink more Ovaltine."
More Ovaltine? But this is what I love, though. I love when we get, the mysteries, the unsolved wrestling mysteries, because we still don't know who is the masked man who's been taking out the Vision. And I guess the masked man accomplished it because every member of the Vision now has been a victim.
They're so cursed. End it. Time to end it. It's over. That's over.
The Vision is over. The Vision
can no longer
not good
see.
over.
The Vision can no longer see.
Now there is one person left standing, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Heyman. So
he's going to turn. He'll turn on him.
He's already been linking back up with Brock Lesnar. So
yeah.
He's a forerunner.
It's going to be interesting to see what or who comes out of that crate. I loved all your guys' guesses. I loved all your fantasy booking of what it could or couldn't be. But I'm excited because it gives you something to look forward to on the show that's extra than the show in itself. It's a show within itself. But that's really all I've got for episode 207, the WellsMania Pod Chamber. Unless LA Night Girl, Jared, and Tribal Jester, is there anything else that we need to talk about before we go home here?
I will just say that to answer your question that you're probably going to leave off because of time. My favorite Elimination Chamber is the very first one won by Shawn Michaels because it was his first match back or second match back from being on a 5-year hiatus. He won the World Heavyweight Championship in that match, pinning Triple H.
In jeans,
poetically beat Triple H.
Yeah, due to time constraints, I just went ahead and
Yeah.
skip the history memory lane, even though I'm a sucker for nostalgia and I love going back and
I wrote the
doing
notes
that,
down,
but
dude. I had to say it.
listen, I just appreciate you making notes and being, somewhat prepared, because let's face it, WellsMania Podcast, it tends to go this way and that way and that way and this way, and you never know what you are going to get or
journalistic integrity.
Get.
Journalistic integrity.
I appreciate that. Bree, I hope that you have a safe trip to the Windy City of Chicago, and just be very careful. Keep your head on a swivel. And
will do.
I hope that you in LA Knight. This is one thing about you. I always look forward to your content with LA Knight, because he loves you. And it's clear as day whenever you see your interaction. He loves you. So I always like to see, what is LA Knight going to do, or what is he going to say to the LA Knight girl? Because you got his tattoo, his autograph tattooed on you.
Yeah.
So that's check. Is there anything that you haven't said to LA Knight or wanted to like, is there anything? Like, what does LA Knight girl have in store for her next interaction with LA Knight? Like, what's that content look like?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen him in a year. April will be a year, so it's been a long time. I feel like, me personally, I've grown so much and I've matured so much since the last time I've seen him. So it'll be interesting. I think I'm more like excited to see his expression when he finally spots me in line, or he like hears a rumbling that I'm there. Like, he's probably gonna be like, "Oh my God, no way!" Like, it's been a long time. So I don't know. I'm excited and nervous because I don't even know.
I think she's got to work herself into a Slim Jim commercial, brother.
That's it.
That would be big pop. Big pop.
Could you imagine you're in the convenience store as an extra with LA Knight? I mean, you get the LA Knight girl. Pitch that to him. Pitch that to him. It's a good idea, Jared.
I should. Yeah, I'll send him a message. I'll text him. Be like, hey.
But go ahead and plug your social media for anyone out there who might make some stupid ass comment like, "Who is she? Who cares? Blah blah blah." Yeah, shit doesn't matter what you think, you hater.
You can find me on Instagram at Brianna Duart, and then at TikTok at Brianna.Duart.
Tribal Jester, go ahead and plug that new TikTok account that you got, and tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's for non-wrestling wrestling fans, but I will say this: Tribal Jester anywhere you go, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, all the social media platforms. If you see my name, it's because you said something really horrible to Bree, and I'm going to come for you, because now she's got all of us. It's going to be a stable now. So you have that to look forward to, but also my alternate account that's non-wrestling, just me talking a bunch of shit and day-to-day life kind of stuff, is the mid_life menace.
You are a menace.
I'm on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram on that one too.
And WWE Human Encyclopedia, Jared Giles.
JC Giles on Twitter, if people still use that. Then Human Encyclopedia on TikTok. And Bree, maybe I'll see you in Chicago this weekend.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, Jared might be making the trip over. Okay.
I will see y'all on TV, hopefully in the audience while I'm watching it. So
unfortunately, I will not be making the drive over to Chicago. And the hits just keep on coming. I might not even be at Monday Night Raw here in Indianapolis next week.
I'll be there. I'm hitting Kentucky.
Too. I will be there too.
I have Kentucky Friday. I have Chamber Saturday. LA meet and greet Sunday, and then Monday I have Raw.
Yeah. Because I started a new job with Celsius, so I actually have what we call in the biz a market blitz next week, and the big boss, I mean, like the big boss is coming in next Monday, and we're supposed to be having this work dinner. And it just so happens to be right during Monday Night Raw. And I'm like, it's a mandatory work dinner. So it's not like I can
Hey,
skip
bro,
it.
hook me up. I'm a big Celsius drinker. Hook me up. Hook your boy up.
I can do that. I can hook you up with Alani. I can hook you up with Celsius.
I
can hook you up
love
with
Alani.
Rockstar.
Well, my wife loves Alani, so we'll do that. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm just bummed now because I didn't realize LA Night Girl is going to be running wild in my home city of Indianapolis on Monday.
The entire weekend. I'm quite literally traveling with them at this point.
I love that for you, though. I love that for you.
Great.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
And who knows? Maybe I can escape the dinner and make my way into Gamebridge Fieldhouse there in downtown Indianapolis. Never say never, right? Look at us all teasing that we're going to be doing this and doing that. But there is one guarantee: Brock Lesnar guy will be at the United Center. Are we all in agreement?
He
And I
flipped,
will say
yeah.
this, And one thing I'm going to quote when it comes to me and PLEs. One thing that the icon Sting once said: "One thing that's for sure about Sting, nothing's for sure." And that's the same thing with me. I might be at one. You might see me. You might not. Who knows?
Hey, I hope though, man, because you are long overdue to go to a WWE
Big
show.
facts. Big facts.
But thank you all, LA Night Girl, WWE Human Encyclopedia, Jared Giles, Tribal Jester, and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar guy, thank you guys for making this another fun episode. I really am enjoying these PLE prediction episodes because now I've been having people flood that they want to be on the panel. So you are all the chosen ones.
I'm so privileged. Privileged to be on.
Honored.
And LA Night Girl, you've got a solo episode. I know that is also something long overdue. Because I feel like every time you've been on with other people, and we got to give you your flowers and have you on your own episode. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. That is coming somewhere in
For
2026. And yeah, you can follow me all over everywhere at WellsMania. You can buy my merch. All the money that I make off of my merch goes to my son. If that helps you buy the merch,
There.
there's your incentive. You are helping put on the Pampers for my son, who literally is about to set a Guinness World Record for most diapers shat in. And the kid just goes through diapers like crazy. I did not realize a little human being can go through that many diapers.
They are shit machines. Yes, they are.
It's impressive. It's impressive. Future world champion right there, Theodore Caden Wells, TKW 2.0. For everybody traveling to Chicago, be careful, be safe. For everybody coming to my home city of Indianapolis, run wild, possibly on my behalf. Stone Pain Productions, fuck you, buddy.
And you threw 5 foot giant.
That was
giant.
that was very uncalled for.
Yeah.
You know what? I apologize for absolutely nothing. So thank you guys so much for running wild with me on this episode. Until next episode, take care, stay positive, run wild, dominate the day.